Hello again, everybody, and this is Justin Pontarelli, and today we're going to be doing some more Interstellar pilots. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be seeing if a Magnus-A class vessel can basically take on a refinery or a refinery or a military base. Probably more accurately, we're going to see if a Magnus-A class vessel can take on a protected base. Okay, so let's load up a good file, and let's see what we can do, okay? This file should work for our purposes. And I'm going to try to fly through this as fast as I possibly can without skimming over too much detail. Basically because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm pretty tired. But that's okay. So here we are at our outpost. And let's check out our properties as always, just for fun. So in this file, we have a small fleet of ships, little hornets, nothing major, some haulers, mining haulers, passenger haulers. This thing's going back to base. Got a couple repair shops, my little Allison, and yeah, that's about it. So let's hop in the outpost. Oh, we're already there. Huh. Awesome, perfect. Let's check out the universe. This is the traditional Uncharted Space universe. So we're going to find some pirates first. Let's go to factions. Let's go to show minor factions, and then opinion. Awesome. So we've got a lot of guys who are ready to probably attack me on a moment's notice. Let's look at the power first. Okay. So we're going to go after the pirate faction, or the bandit faction, with the most power. And that's going to be the Draco Rebellion. Look at that wealth. Rolling in it, power, strong. Personality, of course, is evil. Okay. So hopefully we can find them. Now let's go ahead and request a taxi. We're going to want to go to probably the shipyard in Utopia. Let's hop in there. So the ship that we're going to be analyzing and using for this test is the Magnus-A class vessel. So let's go ahead and buy ship. And it's going to be the Magnus-A. Not an EQ, not an X, but simply a Magnus-A. Buy and enter. Now first of all, let's get out of here. Undock. Let's look around. Because in case you didn't know how I just did that, click on the lower left-hand corner icon with the 3 bars on it. Again, that's the lower left-hand corner icon with the 3 bars. Click on scanner. Click on the little icon of the station. Now let's find a military outpost to go to. Alright. Let's go ahead and dock with that thing. So basically you have it selected. Navigate towards it. And once you can, hop on in. Now, the reason we're doing this is because I'm not about to fly out in this thing the way it is. But let's be fair, equipping a Magnus properly can cost upwards of about 2 million credits. That's more than the Magnus itself. Yeah, believe it or not, these things can be very expensive. But let's try to make some modest upgrades to it. Okay. Just kind of to fit like a modest budget. So let's go to equipment. Let's go to show compatible only. Let's at least upgrade a few of these to level 4 lasers. I would love to use level 5s, and usually that's what I recommend, level 5 lasers. Not that every single laser needs to be a level 5, because level 5s are pretty slow. Slow to charge and slow to fire. But level 4s are probably pretty good. Let's do that there. Right front turret, or I should say front right, will also be a level 4. Now, I do want to make one minor recommendation. Since we're going to be assaulting a base, you either want at least one single level 5 laser, but let's be fair, that cost 102,000 credits. That's the cost of at least a flyer class ship. So if you don't have that much money floating around, let's at least buy a single military grade launcher for the front turret. Okay. As far as the upgrade cost on that front turret, it's only 9,000 credits. Not a big deal. The rear turret, let's at least upgrade that again to a level 4 laser. If you don't got the money for a level 4 laser, a level 3 should probably be fine. Okay? But you already got 2 level 4s on your rear left and rear right, so you can probably leave the rear turret alone. But I'm going to upgrade it anyway because I do have the money. I'm going to go with a level 4 turret. Or I should say level 4 laser. The top turret is already a military grade launcher. Okay, so that's great. That's what we want. And this main turret, well, we'll be cheap, I guess, and go with a level 3 laser. The upgrade's only 3,000 credits, so not a big deal. Okay. Pretty much everything else we're going to be leaving just as it is, just the default status, okay? So, shield level 1000, we'll live with that. The battleship engine, 50, we'll deal with it. Power generator, 70. I mean, check it out, guys. Power generate at maximum, power 240, and that's almost 1,000,000 credits. That's basically the cost of the entire ship. Again, everything else, we're going to leave it as is, because we're going to be assuming that the person using this file or using this battleship does not have a lot of credits. So this is going to basically be the poor man's Magnus, okay? But before you go into any battle at all, period, I always recommend that you have some kind of money-making processes in place. Whether it's a bunch of taxis, mining vessels making you money, haulers making you money, whatever it is, you name it, have a source of income in place, because when this thing comes in for repairs, and it probably will, it's going to be very expensive to repair. And you got to remember, the biggest weakness of the Magnus class is it does not have access to launch ECMs. So basically no anti-missile system. Alright, now let's go to trade. First of all, in my opinion, rockets are worthless. I should say small rockets. Get rid of all those. Again, yeah, since we're now using military-grade launchers, let's get rid of those Achilles. And at this point, you basically want to get as many interceptor missiles as you can afford. These are mostly going to be used against other ships, and ultimately turrets. Okay, level 5 laser turrets. So I would say, to be fair, if you can pack 50 at least, then pack 50. If you can pack 100 or more, then do it, okay? Now I'm going to pack 100. It's only 18,000 credits. You know, at this point, if you've got a Magnus, you can probably afford this. Now, on the other hand, if you hijacked a Magnus, then this might be out of your price range. But like I said, you know, if you can pack 50 missiles, then pack 50. 50 interceptor missiles is only 8,000 credits. You can probably find a way to accumulate that, no problem. But I'm going to go big, and I'm going to go ahead with 100 of these things. Just for demonstration purposes only. And that still leaves us a ton of room in ship's cargo. Okay? Now, next thing we need to do is we need to find a target. Oh, and one more thing. Let's give this thing a nice name. You all know what a female fox is called, right? It's called a vixen. So let's give her a pretty name. She'll be our vixen. Done and okay. Now, let's find our enemy. If you recall, I think it was the Draco Rebellion. We're going to sort by power and show minor factions. So the most powerful rebel bandit group is the Draco Rebellion. We need to find them. Quickest way to find them is via the taxi request. Assuming you've explored everywhere and know where everyone is hiding. In this case, we've already found them. Now let's just double check. All we're doing is simply scanning everything, every area for enemy bases by using the request taxi option. In this case, you know, we were finding a lot of stuff, and this is only going to show you bases and whatever else that you're already familiar with. If you've already went exploring, you already know all this stuff. So, what's nice is that the Draco Rebellion is over there. So let's undock and let's find it. In the meantime, we're going to ignore all that stuff. This is a test mission anyway. Again, now click on the lower left-hand corner button, the 3-bar icon. Click on scanner. Now let's find Draco, shall we? And they're over there. Those guys are over there. And Spire's off over there. Let's head towards Draco. Typically, you want to have your nose pointed at the largest firing turrets, or the if they have a level 5, point at the level 5 typically. Although you do want to be aware of the closest turret. So if it's the 3, point at the 3. If it's the 5, point at the 5. But keep in mind that a level 5 laser turret does have superior range. Let's first check on the sector map. Alright, so if you zoom in, like a lot, like we just did here, yeah, the level 3 laser turret is in front. So it's okay if we point at that. Remember to keep an eye on your scanner. These guys are way over there. Should be okay. Guys, before you start your attack run though, remember this thing has no inherent missile protection at all. So we're going to want to make sure that we have a base in mind to dock at. In this case, we could dock at our own repair shop, or we could go back towards a military base to reload our weapons. Either way is fine. So let's go ahead and target and toggle waypoint. So what we just did there, again, is you click on your target, click on target, then toggle waypoint. And that purple arrow simply gives us a reference point for retreat. So when we need to retreat and repair and reload, we can follow that arrow and go back. But I prefer military base, so go to scanner, military outpost, click on that thing, target, toggle waypoint. And now, let's go back over to that laser turret. Now in this case, we might have a little bit of help over there. Okay, I'm not too concerned. Now, since we're using a pirate base for demonstration purposes, be aware that they will send out their guards once your vessel has reached approximately 1,000 distance or so near them, okay? So once we're fairly close, we're going to get some action. You guys remember, always keep an eye out on your scanner, on your ship scanner. There you go. All right. He's nothing, so we're going to keep going, guys. Remember, keep that nose pointed at the laser that's closest to you. And watch out for the little red boxes, because that's going to indicate enemy ships coming at you. Remembering that your little purple star or pink star, that's going to give you your retreat route home. Now in this case, a pirate base is going to send out a lot of protectors. Lots of little ships should come streaming out of that thing. Now, in reality, I would really prefer or recommend that you take on enemy bases with things like Overlords or Ares class or Orions, you know, or even an army of your own smaller ships like Hornets or Flyers. A Magnus is a really fun toy when you first get it. Totally understand that. But if you're going to use it, be careful. Don't approach the base too fast. And do take your time. This is not going to be a one-step process. This is going to be one of those rinse, lather, repeat type things, where you go back and forth, wearing your opponent down step by step. Especially if you're facing off against a real enemy like a major faction, in which case they're probably going to have lots of money and lots of ships to defend themselves with. And if they have lots of ships, you'll need to be prepared for a long battle. So let's go towards it right now, shall we? Let's get at it. So far so good, I'm getting lucky. The enemy base has not put out any ships. So I'm kind of surprised, I'm not gonna lie. This might be a bad target. Not good for demonstration purposes. So in this case, we want to get within firing range of the turret. That's the first thing. Be careful still to watch the other one. Okay. Typically with your missiles, with your military grade interceptors, you can get within about 500 range and you'll be able to fire. Right there, see right there, it already lit up. Okay. All you gotta do is shoot 3 missiles and you can take down a level 3 turret. Watch it go down. 1, 2, 3. It's gone. Click on the next target, the next turret. Same thing. Get within about 500 range, and be careful though. These things can sometimes fight back if you're too close. But these ones take about 6 or 7 shots. So let's count them down just for fun. 1, 2, ready to turn. 3, 4. Oopsie. Alright, well, we're gonna take some damage, guys. Sorry about that. 5, I think. 6, 7, 8 for fun, just in case. Perfect. Now let's click on that little laser there. Alright. No damage internally, that's great. Just a little bit of damage to our shields. At this point, feel free to get close and pummel the base to death. With the weapons we have, probably 100 range or 200 is probably fine. Basically, when everything lights up blue, you're close enough. And I think, yeah, we're close enough. Basically, at this point, fire at will. Okay. In reality, you don't gotta use a lot of missiles. Your lasers can do most of the work. But I'm just gonna be using a few missiles for fun. Alright, that was easy, but again, not really a proper demonstration because we didn't really achieve our goal, which was to fight against a properly equipped military base. So now we need to look for another target. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording, fly back to the base, and once I'm there, I'll resume recording, okay? Alright. Now here we are, basically right there. We're about to dock. And this is why you're really going to want to have income like already coming in like actively. Again, whether it's from taxi ships that you've set up to be taxis, or automatic merchant ships, automatic mining ships, whatever it is, you need money because this thing is going to be expensive to maintain. Now let's go ahead and get some of our missiles back. Alright. Again, keeping this minimalistic because, you know, in reality, if you've just got this thing and you're really low on income, this thing is going to be expensive to... Anyway, we want to make this cheap, okay? As cheap as possible. Okay, let's find another target. In this case, there's not a lot of enemies that actually have a bad opinion of us. And it looks like we can either attack Storm or Prophet. Probably Storm. Let's see if we can find Storm. All right, we found it. Okay. Now, guys, in general, it doesn't really matter what base you're attacking, okay? Because chances are it's going to be, you know, defended with laser turrets anyway. And in this case, because it's a pirate base, it's going to be defended by lots of ships. Probably, hopefully, flyers and hornets, okay? That's typical. So we're going to want to go all the way across this little universe to Beta Pendola and find the Storm base. And while I'm doing that, again, I'm going to pause the recording because this part is kind of boring. And I don't want to make you guys wait for me to do this. So, yeah. But you guys know how to do it from here. Just, you know, find joy over there, wormholes, navigation, whatever. At this point, you guys should be experts at this. All right. So I'm going to pause the recording, and when I restart it, we'll be pretty close to the enemy base. Here goes. All right, here we are again. This time in the Beta Pendola sector. We've got a new target in mind. And our enemy is off in, let's see. Right over there. So as always, guys, before you start your attack run, keep in mind two basic things. Okay, the nearest laser turret, okay, basically the one that's going to be able to fire at you first, and your exit. Always have a nice exit in mind, preferably a military base where you can reload. Click on your target, click on target, toggle waypoint, okay? Now that purple pinkish star will indicate your route of retreat, because you'll probably need to make some repairs. Again, click on scanner and simply point your nose towards the nearest enemy turret. Oh, and if you're not attacking simple bandits, if you're attacking any other faction other than a bandit team, be prepared to realize one thing. You might end up causing wars, more than just one war too, okay? You might end up making yourself more than one enemy. So what you do is click on factions. For example, if I attacked, for example, the Deep Space Mining Corporation, I'm probably going to be okay. I mean, they have no allies. But, for example, with the Bishop Corporation, they're allied with the Falcon. So if I attack Bishop, Falcon will also become hostile towards me as well. Okay? Understand? So, pick your fights carefully. If you're not prepared for a big fight, you typically want to stay away from attacking those who have allies. Alright. Now let's get back in the fray. Now at this point we are hoping that some ships come out to actually, you know, attack me. If they don't, then this is going to be a very bad demonstration. And if that's the case, I'll probably need to make this demonstration tomorrow. But check it out, guys. Check it out. We have enemy vessels. Perfect. Alright. Let's sneak up there pretty slowly. Once they start charging you, and you're going to know they're going to be charging you because their speed will increase. See that? Targeted. So at this point, slow down, and that's a lot of guys. Remember, you can't stop their missiles, at least not all of them. You can try, but it's not going to work necessarily. At this point, you're going to get ready to retreat. Okay? Maybe engage the first couple of ships at this point. Let's get out of here. I have no way to stop those missiles, guys. Okay. This is going to be a great demonstration as to why you really want ships that can actually deflect and stop missiles. Alright, so we're taking lots of damage. Not gonna lie, this is pretty bad. Try to kind of veer away if you can. Oopsie. Okay. That was a simple mistake. We've made Lambda angry. What we're going to do is this. We're going to go ahead and pause the game, go to log, go to, let's see, factions. Let's go to show. Yeah, no, actually, this is fine. Click on Lambda, click on comms, diplomacy, truce, and pay them off. There we go. At this point, it does pay to have allies because, as you can tell, the other patroller from Lambda came in there, helped me out. Perfect, you know what I'm saying? There's also a merc on this. There's also a merc in this sector. We could probably even pay for extra help, but I'm going to try to demonstrate this with only this one ship, only the Vixen. Dock. Or not. There we go. Repair. And right off the bat, we were almost dead. Hull strength was just totally just gone, basically. Now, if you're sitting pretty with like over 2 million credits, then 30 plus thousand, 40 some odd thousand in damages doesn't seem like a lot. But if you don't have a well-established economy, 40,000 credits is a lot. So again, I'm going to stress this. Make sure if you do this, that you already have a great economic backbone going for you. Okay? You want to have ships making you money, or other stations making you money. Now let's go to trade again, and I'm going to get back my missiles. And again, everything is going to cost money, okay? Point blank. So, like I said, this is not going to be a simple matter of just one trip over and they're dead, okay? So again, all I'm doing is I'm clicking on the main menu in the lower left-hand corner, clicking on the station icon, and finding our target, okay, which is right over there. Pointing our nose towards the nearest laser turret, because once we get past all their little fighters, this will be the target. And then, again, click on our nearest military outpost or repair shop that's allied towards us or friendly towards us. Click on target, toggle waypoint. Okay. So, as you guys could have, as you guys could tell, on our way over there to attack them, they would have swamped us and killed us. Now, you can try to shoot down their missiles with your lasers, but I can't promise it's going to be easy. I'd personally rather save my firepower for destroying their ships. So again, let's go ahead and give it a try, okay? Like I said, this is going to be like a multiple process, you know, rinse, lather, repeat. So it's going to be multiple times that we're going to be attacking this base. And I'm going to be sticking with the hit, run, and retreat method. There we go, our first victim, I guess. Get his attention, light him up. Okay, perfect. Point your nose towards the main target, but watch for enemy ships. Remember, range, approximately distance 1.2k, the little fighters start to come out, okay? And these bandit bases can really give you a hard time, so this is really a great test of what a Magnus can or can't do. As you can see from their speed, they're already flying straight at us. There's at least 5 ships coming at us, so we're in for a hell of a ride. Again, have the closest ship clicked on and get ready to run, because this is not going to be easy. Right off the bat, guys, we're getting hit. We're getting really pummeled. Okay, point your nose towards your retreat point. A little green arrow with a star. And get ready to fly. Always point towards the nearest enemy ship and give it hell. At this point, we're just kind of turning around because we do have support here. All right, we do have allies with guns, so not overly concerned right now. Perfect. All right, great. So we managed to come out of that scrape alive. That's awesome. I think we probably killed about 5 ships. I think maybe 4 only. I'm not too sure. Now this battle will be a lot easier with a properly equipped Magnus, and it would be even easier with a properly equipped Overlord, and in my opinion even easier if you simply took the same amount of money that you're putting into your Magnus and put it into a much larger fleet of smaller ships. Let's repair, re-equip. Undock, and again, same thing. Look for your enemy with the scanner. Point your nose in their direction. Start flying. Find your outpost that you were docking at. Target, toggle waypoint. Again, that's your path of retreat. Okay, remember, point your nose at the nearest turret, the one that's going to probably hit you first. And then keep your eyes on the ship scanner to scan for any incoming enemy vessels, just in case you're not seeing the little boxes pop up. Once you see those little red boxes popping up in the distance, that's your indication to get ready to hold your ground and or run. Probably get ready to turn around and run. And as you retreat, fire off your missiles, fire your lasers, whatever you gotta do. Okay, mainly focusing on destroying enemy fighters. Unless you think you can shoot down those missiles, which you can, but it does take some practice. Okay, and even I'm not that good, so. Alright, there we go. So that's my advice. Focus on the ships, not the missiles. I'd much rather have a ship equipped with some nice ECMs and make this a lot easier, but this is a Magnus, not an Overlord. Magnuses don't shoot ECM. Here we go. We've still got a lot of guys to deal with. We're being targeted by a lot of ships. Like, that's a lot. Okay? Here they come. Get ready, guys. We're in range. Speed up here and let's get going. Follow that green arrow with the purple dot. If you have to, veer away from the, oopsie. Veer away if you have to from the majority of the trouble. Like, kind of point your shield so you don't get too hit, like, too badly. But in this case, we're going to try to, like, point back towards them. Yeah, they kind of cloaked. Again, we got a few, but, you know, not enough, so. Guys, I hope you're getting the picture. This is not quick or easy. But it is a matter of persistence. And in this case, persistence is going to pay off. And as long as you have the income coming in the background, okay, income that doesn't require your help to make it work, then you can afford to go to war. You can afford to keep doing this, okay? You know, if I didn't have any income, this would be a lot harder, because I wouldn't be able to afford these repairs and the weapons. And obviously with much, you know, with the level 5 lasers as well, you'd have more firepower to knock out the enemy ships. But, again, I'm demonstrating a more, like, economical Magnus. Something cheaper, you know? Now, that was expensive. You know what to do now. Scanner, right? Go to the bases. Click that target. Get flying. Click on your retreat. Okay. Click on that outpost that you're going to retreat back to. Target it. Toggle waypoint. Get that green. Get that green arrow with the purple pinkish star for reference purposes. And again, as a quick reminder, just like you saw before, if you accidentally upset your ally, okay, just quickly pause the game, go to log, go to factions. Like, let's say I, made Lambda angry again. You go to comms, and then just simply pay off your the money they want you to pay. Okay, if you can't afford it, run. And keep that scanner open and look out for ships. Enemy ships. Watch those little red boxes as they pop up on the screen, because that's going to indicate trouble. So you can beat enemy bases with Magnuses. It's very possible. You can even beat heavily defended bases, okay, with your Magnus. But it's going to take persistence and patience. There's 2 ships. So far, not a big deal. Even 3 is not a big deal. But I'm expecting more. There we go. Here they come. That's a big deal. Get your engines ready. Ready to turn. Point your face towards that retreat point. Okay, and get ready to fly. Yes, because I'm going to turn around. I'm going to try to pick off some more ships. Alright. Not bad, right? I think we picked off most of them. Again, not all of them, but a lot of them. Not bad, Guys, like I said, this is going to be a matter of mere persistence. Okay? Again, my personal opinion, this would be easier in an Overlord, because Overlords can stop those missiles a lot easier. Okay? They can launch ECM, and even a fleet of smaller ships would be a lot better. Like, with the money that I can invest in a Magnus, I could invest in a fleet of smaller vessels. Because I could literally drop around 3 million credits on this thing. But for 3 million credits, I could probably make around a solid fleet of 6 Orions without a problem. And a fleet of Orions would have a lot easier of a time with the enemy base than a single Magnus would. Okay. Again, repair. Not bad that time. Let's get those missiles back. Let's get out of here. By now we know where our target is basically. It's over there. Quick turn, no big deal. Remember, you want to point your nose at the nearest enemy laser turret, or the one that's going to hit you potentially first. Like if it was a laser 5, you might want to target that one first. Again, click on your the nearest military outpost or repair shop. Target, toggle waypoint. Again, hate to be a broken record, but that pink star is gonna be your beacon home. Okay, it's gonna tell you which way to go to get repaired. So basically, once the battle begins, unless you want to get swarmed and shot down, start running back home. Okay. At a certain point, yeah, it's okay to turn around and hold your ground, but only because your back shield is going to be fried as well. Alright? And that's the hard part. The hard part is minimizing the damage to your shields, and an open shield means you're vulnerable. Okay? That's all there is to it. So here we go. 1.4. Nothing yet. 1.3. 1.2 distance. 1 bandit. Looks like maybe 2 bandits. We're going to keep going this time. Here they come. So, okay, well, that's 5 bandits. I'm gonna get ready to turn. Let's get ready to go. Turning now. I'm gonna try to veer away, guys, because our backside's getting shredded. It's not looking good, but I think we're gonna make it out of this alive. Just keep in mind, though, all the damage we're taking, all the missiles we need, all the repairs we're needing. It's expensive. So, yeah, no doubt, battle is fun. War is awesome. At least in the game it is. War is fun. But if you want to make it out alive and not die, you need money. You need lots and lots of money. So right now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and in between refueling, or I should say reloading and repairing, I'm simply going to pause the recording, do the repairs, get my supplies, turn around, and once we're back at our target, I'm going to resume the recording, okay? Because at this point, you guys probably got the idea. So here goes. Alright, I'm back. And here we are, repaired, reloaded, and basically once again within range of the enemy base. Here's our little friends now. Houston, we have a problem. They're ready for us. Get ready to retreat if you have to. Don't be afraid to retreat, guys. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of brains. I do think, though, that they're running out of ships, though, to throw at us. So I'm kind of happy about that. In fact, I only see one ship on scanner, so I'm going to kind of turn around here. This could be it. What do you think, guys? I think we're going to get lucky. I really do. Gotta head back at them. Shields are still basically in the yellow, but that's okay. If they have no more ships, they're as good as dead. Okay, though. They're not finished yet, though. They're not finished yet. Here's one right here. Okay. Here they come. Looks like we still have a small army out there. Not too scary when there's only a couple, right? Not too scary at all. Now I think the little Hornets lack missiles, but the flyers certainly don't lack anything. So yeah, anyway. So these guys are much more fun to fight off against. Here we go. That might be it. Let's cross our fingers, guys. Here's to getting lucky. Honestly. I'm ready to be done with this video. Remember, keep your eyes though on that ship scanner. Okay. You want to keep an eye on that turret, but those ships will swarm you. Here comes trouble. Let's do this thing. Ooh, where'd he go? Little fella cloaked, didn't he? Oh, there he is. Light him up. Don't worry about those missiles, guys. There's nothing you can do about it. Just take it like a champ. And remember our retreat point. Watch that green arrow and pink star. That might be the end of him, but we're going to keep on that ship scanner, though. Now, remember the range, though. Once you can fire a missile, they're going to light up blue. And it takes about 500 range, and you can fire missiles. There you go, right there. See it? 1, 2, 3. That's all it's going to take for those little turrets. Remember, the level 5s can shoot farther, and they take more damage too. Or I should say they take more missiles to kill them. Here comes the last one right here. One, 2, 3. That should be it. Alright, something happened, but whatever, it's okay. You get the idea. Maybe a glitch, I'm not sure. It's just a level 3. And we're firing interceptor missiles, so there we go. Guys, from here, clear sailing. Get within firing range, and feel free to light them up. Don't be afraid to give it everything you got. Okay? At this point, you've earned it. And that's it. That's all she wrote. At this point, if you want to harvest the scraps, you can. I wouldn't blame you. And check it out. All that stuff, it's neutral. It's no longer labeled with the faction name, which means in this file, we just effectively wiped out a faction. Okay? And that's how you would do it on a real file. It doesn't matter what the faction is. It doesn't matter if it's a military base you want to fire at or a trade station. Basically, every decent base or every decent station is going to be guarded by some turrets. And, you know, major factions usually guard their bases with other ships as well. Whether it's larger ships or a fleet of smaller ships, you could tell that this was obviously not a simple thing. Okay, this wasn't just one trip out and we're done and we've won. Nah, this was a prolonged campaign of missiles and lasers and flyers and hornets, and we almost got killed at least once. So yeah. But that's how you do it. So let's quickly review the basics. Always keep in mind, you know, where you're going, okay? You want to attack their base, fine, but you got to get rid of the turrets first. And it's not just the turrets, it's the enemy ships. So always keep an eye on the ship scanner, okay? But be mindful of the nearest enemy laser turret, okay? Now, if there's another nearby laser 5, then what you want to do is go to log, go to sector map, and determine, for example, you know, where's the nearest turret? Is it the laser 5? Is it that laser 3 over there, for example? You know, if this, for example, was a 3 and this one was a 5, you might want to pay attention to that one first. Okay? Again, for example, where's the nearest enemy ships? Is this guy going to be your enemy, for example? You know, if you're attacking a mining group, remember, as soon as you declare war with them, as soon as you start shooting at them, all of them are going to become your enemy. They might swarm you. Be prepared for that. Okay, in this case, taking out a pirate, bandit faction was a great test because it allowed us to see that the Magnus is going to get swarmed by missiles. Okay, and there's basically nothing we can do to stop it other than to simply, just get ready to retreat. At the same time, fire off your lasers, fire off your missiles as you retreat. Okay, and as you do so, you're going to start knocking off enemy ships. That's not a problem. Just be prepared and be patient because it's going to take a long time, relatively speaking, to achieve your goal. Okay? And guys, that's all there is to it, okay? And remember, if you're attacking a faction that has allies, once you do so, it's not just one war that you're into, it's going to be more than one war. But if the faction you're going to be at war with doesn't have allies, then you're probably okay. And if you do accidentally shoot someone else and declare war with a faction that you don't want to declare war with, for example, Lambda, pause it, go to log, go to factions, click on the faction that you've made angry, click on comms, and then simply pay off the bounty under the diplomacy. Under diplomacy, there should be an option to pay them off and to make them friendly again. If you can't afford to pay them off, then get ready to run or reload the file. Guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you have any criticisms, no problem. I'm more than happy to accept constructive criticism. I'm always interested in learning what I can do better with these videos. Please keep in mind, I'm doing a recording on a Samsung smartphone with a simple free DU recorder. So there's a lot of limitations here. It is also about 3 o'clock in the morning at this point. I'm very tired. My brain's kind of going, I've got to sleep. So this has been Justin Pontarelli flying the Vixen of the Ace Services and Cargo faction, signing off and saying, guys, until next time, do hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Take care.